What's going on, brother? Glad to see you back on stage, especially after Combo Breaker. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Top 8's always good. I'm excited for this match.
All right, how you feel the outcome result's going to be between you and Mr. E?
Well, I mean, it's definitely the battle of the Erics, but I think I'm the better one right now, so we'll see how it goes.
All right, good. Take a seat, bro. And on my player 2 side, can I get Team Rivals Mr. E? How you feeling today, man? How you doing today?
Feeling good.
All right, so it's a battle of the Erics according to the other Eric. Who do you think is going to take it?
We'll see.
Okay, we'll see. Take a seat, bro. All right, I'm going to bring it back to you, to Coney and EE. Take it away.
That's always such a difficult question, right? Like, he's basically saying, are you gonna get stomped, or are you gonna do the stomping? It's just like, what do you want me to say?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's a little bad because, you know, if you end up being a little bit too overconfident, you might end up in a GR trash video.
It's
so
very true.
You want to choose your words very carefully. But Mr. E, not one to gloat, not one to talk a whole lot of trash. We're going to see ESAM against Mr. E. Fun fact, I've never seen these guys play before.
Absolutely, man. This is their first encounter. You know, I do believe ESAM, as confident as he tends to be in matches like this. I know that he said that Mr. E, one thing that he will keep an eye on, he can be a little sporadic, right? He can kind of explode at random times. Sometimes his option selection he won't necessarily understand, and that can play to his strengths and his weaknesses as well.
Absolutely.
So I know Mr. E has got to just be booming with excitement. You know, you really look at the last couple of tournaments he's attended, not even really sniffing the top 8 because he's had struggles, you know, getting out of pools, but not so much at this tournament. Has played on the money, despite an earlier loss to, I believe it was Ally, if I'm not mistaken. He was able to climb his way through, and here we are. Yeah,
he could typically be one of those players that's very hot and cold, kind of reminiscent of ESAM, honestly. But he made it all the way here. We're going to have to see how he does against this Pikachu. Kind of an unfamiliar matchup for a lot of players. Have to see how well Mr. E can master this, or maybe he's going to have to kind of learn it on the go.
Yeah, especially at this level, too, man. I mean, when you think Pikachu, obviously you think ESAM. Not to slight people like Captain L, Nero. There are other good Pikachus, man.
Sure.
But, you know, somebody leading the forefront of the meta. Can't say it enough, man. That egghead himself. The man for PG. I'm talking about ESAM.
Absolutely, and right now Mr. E trying to represent his team rival coming through, and he's actually selected Lucina for this first game. Doesn't want to worry too much about, you know, getting these tipper placements. Pikachu's kind of a tiny character. He can be kind of inside your range a lot of the time, so I think that's why he's gone with that.
Exactly, and I think that's the right decision, too. You really think about it. You get ESAM in positions where you can get that stock off. You want to make sure that stock is immediately gone. Marv sometimes got to be a little more selective with your move choice. Lucina, a little more hard-hitting when you really need her to be.
Absolutely. Right now, ESAM trying to keep the PG dream alive, doing an awesome job of getting these early conversions, already 59%, and Mr. E is off stage. But he answers right back, gets right back on.
Yeah, gets back onto the stage, only to be met with more opposition, though. Here we go, Mr. E trying to find some offense of his own. ESAM just so quick. And one thing I want to see from Mr. E, don't let ESAM overwhelm you with things like quick attack, right? Just hold that shield up, man. It doesn't do any kind of shield damage. You have opportunities to just respond to that. If you're feeling a little gutsy, man, get a read on it, run back, get that up smash, get that stock.
Definitely. Mr. E's definitely a confident enough player to go for that. We're going to see a forward throw into nothing, but he did have that forward smash almost ready. Did not pull the trigger fast enough.
Absolutely. All right, goes for it right there, but Mr. E immediately just getting in his zone, not having too much trouble penetrating that, in fact, and it's doing him justice right now.
Not bad at all.
Oh.
Gets the down throw, gonna go for running situation right there. Nothing really coming of it.
Not too much here. Oh, that was good bait right there. Kind of turned away from him, got that shield to drop, and that stock will follow. All right, so with a slight lead here, ESAM. Nice. There it is. Just hold that shield.
Gets another forward air. He's at 133, so he has to play careful, but that's not really in ESAM's repertoire, and he gets punished for it. He went for a shield grab and ate that up B very quickly. Had to see what he can convert this grab to.
Yeah, seriously. Amazing stuff from Mr. E right here. More often than not, man, I see ESAM just get the lead, just overwhelm opponents. Oh, but sneaking in that thunder. The timing is immaculate right now for ESAM. Oh, but the footstool?
Awesome footstool to get over. ESAM knows his best option. Sometimes just to knock him right down there.
You got to pull out all the stops sometimes, man, just even getting back.
Okay, well, fine.
Yeah, I mean, ESAM had plenty. He was, you know, far away enough right there. We could just react. Ooh, but Mr. E going to come back on stage and be met with a well-timed forward smash. So a match that started off pretty close, I want to say, definitely started to sink into the favor of ESAM.
Honestly, I think that counter was the beginning of the end. That's what kind of took me aback because it put him in such a bad position. ESAM just had to run up and hit him off stage,
Right.
and he just caught him with that forward smash
It
again.
essentially created an unnecessary opening. You know
Yep,
what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
there's really no need for that. I understand maybe you're trying to catch ESAM, actually have it connect physically right there, but was not to be. Mr. E, though, not satisfied with that one, so we're going to run it right back to Smashville.
I think this makes sense. I don't think the stage played too much of a role
Yeah.
in his loss. ESAM is just so good at getting you off stage and keeping you there and getting that early percent from the combos. Look at this, Mr. E having trouble even landing.
All right, coming through here, trying to chase him down a little bit. Mr. E trying to put some space between them.
Trying to catch him with that up air, and he's had so.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Those are the heartbreaking plays, especially if you're a big Mr. E fan. You know, it doesn't SD too often, man. That's not something you see out of him. But for it to happen in top 8 right now, that is a heartbreaker and could very well go a long way to dictating how this set shapes up.
Yeah, especially in loser's bracket. ESAM even taunted after it, saying, yeah, no, I'm just going to take that if you're going to give it
Well,
to
of
me.
course, ESAM loves to get in your head.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
That is why he never shies away from trash talk. Like, he knows exactly what he's doing. Understand this game is not all about just pressing the sticks, man. It can be quite mental as well.
Does not have a jump. He's going to have to use
He's a great,
that.
oh,
Yeah.
wow, just sit him down. Great trades there from ESAM. Understanding the position he's in. All those trades are going to benefit him. Put Mr. E further and further away on the left side and just eventually wrap things up.
ESAM said something to the crowd. Weren't able to hear it, but I mean, at that position, when you're one stock up, pretty much anything you do when you're off on the side, what's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to lose a stock? Fine, it doesn't matter. The other guy's only got one. And now Mr. E opting to go with Marth for this Game 3 situation. This is do or die.
You have to, you know, I feel like players like Mr. E, they do put a lot of confidence in the secondary characters. And for Mr. E, that is like, you know, his cloud is Lucina. But, you know, you get in a situation like this, I mean, Old Faithful, man, Old Reliable.
Absolutely.
Nothing like it sometimes, man. That's where you got to fall back. And even just being able to get a game can really just give you that spark you need to try and mount this comeback. Going to be a difficult one. Don't get it twisted, man.
Mr. E actually opting for the choice of Battlefield also. So the character and stage counter picked together, hoping to pay dividends for him here.
We shall see. I know it's a tremendous stage here from Marth, man. But Pikachu, of course, no slouch here. ESAM will tell you that himself.
And you know, I honestly think this is a smart choice by Mr. E. What tended to happen in the last 2 games is ESAM would get in immediately.
Right.
He just got in, got the grabs, got the damage like this.
Stuff like this,
And
yep.
Mr. E could not keep him away. I think Marth's a little bit increased range is going to be able to do a lot more for him if he could play a bit safer. But right now, ESAM punishing him at every opportunity.
Pretty much caring nothing for that range, man. Just finding his way in. Unfortunately there, runs into a dancing blade. Gotta be a little more cautious here. As you said, that range game can be a difference maker. Oh, I like that thunder. And Mr. E right there just not even expecting it. And it's one of those moves, like, you know it's always on the horizon, but sometimes you do just kind of let your guard down.
Yeah.
And it can't be the difference maker between if you're going to get a stock, a hard punish, or not.
Especially in that kind of position, man. When you're on stage, you have firm stage control. You're waiting for the ledge get up. I mean, ESAM, as you said, very comfortable on this stage. It's because of stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
Knows he can surprise
Oh,
people.
no.
And, oh, jeez.
Yep, overshooting and landing a little bit right there. Not going to do himself any favors.
Yeah, this is not looking good in their first encounter between Mr. E and ESAM. I mean, ESAM now up 2-0, looking for a quick 3-0, and that would have killed if it was Lucina. Maybe this character counterpick, unfortunately, in that situation, coming back to hurt him.
I mean, you did allude to the fact earlier on that, you know, the fact that you have to try and get that tipper more often than not can be a hindrance at time. Not the case for Lucina, man, but too late to change now.
Yeah. Well, maybe not. Maybe ESAM will give it to him. She'll be like, you know what? Let's start this game over. It's fine.
Oh, all right. Well, he's going to start his stock over because Mr. E just slicing through it right there. Well-timed neutral gets the tipper hitbox, and that'll wrap things up.
Oh, I thought Mr. E was going to go for something aggressive. You saw him kind of sit up in his chair a little bit, like, okay, let's go. It's go time. Kicking on the afterburners, but unfortunately eats that forward smash again. He's able to survive, but just barely.
Yeah, seriously, 104 right now. Not exactly the position you want to be in here. This Game 3 situation, everything on the line for Mr. E. We see players of this caliber make these kind of comebacks before, but on this day, it shall not repeat for this match. Well done. The ESAM gets the 3-0 very convincingly right there. Wasting no time, extends the handshake, and he will move on.
There's so much mastery of this Pikachu character. It can be difficult for Pikachu to get kills at certain chances, but in that set, he looked so comfortable just picking out where Mr. E was going to land, setting up the forward smash, charging it sometimes, and still getting it. He was just all over Mr. E and capitalized on every single killing opportunity.
Absolutely applying a lot of safe pressure right there and just picked his spots And those spots that he picked oftentimes met Mr. E when he was trying to get his offense going. Did not work out too well, as we saw there. And as you're going to see as well, because we're going to run it back with a couple of nice, well-timed replays.
Yeah, let's check some of these out. We got some of the best moments from the last game. So you can see right there, he tried to jump off the ledge, ate that forward smash, and then Pikachu's going to go ahead and roll on the ground.
And then this right here was beautiful right there. Bam, get him off stage, and then just throw it out there.
Same thing.
Trade with the air dodge coming up. Trade with the up B again. And there's just no chance.
Yeah, there's no opportunity there. And here we are in Game 3 situation. You're going to watch this. Mr. E hit off the stage. He forward smashes. And right there, that is the moment.
And look at Pikachu. He's just like, excuse me?
Yeah. Boom. He just gave it to him right again. I'm really surprised Mr. E going a little bit too high. And let me go ahead and show you something. Actually, well, I guess you'll have to see it another time because we're on to the next clip, and there it is, the up throw to the Thunder.
Yep, and Mr. E just kind of acknowledging that.
Yeah, and one of the things I wanted to show you on this is Mr. E just kind of gave ESAM a lot of opportunities, and you could kind of see on ESAM's face kind of the surprise with which he did. Look at this.
Yeah, he's just like,
go and look ahead. Why would you... Really? Like, you're going to give me that? Okay, fine.
I'm going to take it. And the grimace on Mr. E's face says it all right there. So, a valiant effort, but even a losing effort, man. We give him credit. Top 8 at this event, certainly no slouch.
Absolutely. And ESAM avenges his boy in MVD. So, Larry and ESAM will move on into loser's bracket. So, we'll have to see how the rest of this goes. But right now, we're going to kick it back to D-Disciple, who's going to introduce the next competitors.
Hold it down.